If you want your business to stay small, make sure that you make all the decisions, you never set recurring meetings, and you always chase after every opportunity available to you. I joined a small business, a startup, with the intention of rapidly growing it over 2 to 3 years. For 5 years prior, I worked in corporate America for the largest US oil and gas company, first as an engineer and then into product management. Comparing my experience in corporate America to my current life in a small business, I've identified 3 reasons why small businesses stay small. And even when those small businesses want to grow, they set all the goals and all the intentions for growth, years pass and they really haven't grown. Why is that? The first reason why small businesses stay small is inefficient decisions. In small businesses, unless there's a conscious focus on delegating decision-making, all decisions, large and small, all problems, large and small, find a way to filter up to the top, to the founder or CEO. And progress of the team, progress of the company is stalled until that guidance is given. And then once a decision is made, that guidance is given, small businesses don't have the habit of really writing it down and distributing it out. If you want to rapidly grow your business, decisions have to be reached at the lowest competent level. It is too easy and actually feels way too natural to defer decisions to the highest ranking person or the most senior person in your company. And this is exactly what will keep your company small. The hallmark of a great leader is that they are able to deflect decisions back down to the appropriate level. Because if you're doing all the problem solving of your company, who's thinking about the mid and long-term strategy? And if you are always in the reactive state, how are you going to anticipate the problems of the future? If you want to keep your business small, make sure that you make all the decisions. At large companies, the authority to make decisions is clearly delegated through a ladder of middle managers. And of course it is. Nobody's gonna call up the CEO of ExxonMobil or the CEO of Apple and ask them what type of printer they should order for their office or how much product they should make in their manufacturing facilities. When I worked in corporate America, I was somebody who complained about the number of unnecessary middle managers. And now that I am scaling a small business, it is crystal clear to me why all of those levels exist. The lowest competent level takes care of their sphere of influence, and only the most important decisions find their way to filter to the top executive team. That allows leadership to truly focus on what matters, the long-term strategy and solving those problems that are truly pressing and cannot be solved down the line. Small businesses can take note of this structure to help them scale. If you want to grow your small business, empower your people to make decisions. And then practice great leadership by reflecting decision-making back down to those you delegated it to. The second reason why small businesses stay small is a lack of recurring meetings. Coming into a small business from the largest oil and gas company, I was in complete culture shock that there was a lack of recurring meetings. Large businesses set up regularly occurring and important meetings as automatically scheduled set recurring meetings. Meetings such as supervisor to employee one-on-ones, monthly leadership team meetings, lab equipment prioritization schedule, all of those meetings are set to occur automatically. This recurring calendar invite ensures that things that were already deemed as important are actually progressed. And then all of your other work, all of your other tasks, all of your other meetings are scheduled around that. I was in complete shock when I learned that small businesses do not use recurring meetings in the way that I was trained to. And this puzzled me for a little bit because recurring meetings just make so much sense. And then I realized that small businesses tend to be highly reactive. Small businesses feel like so much is being thrown at them at one time that they just cannot set recurring meetings because it might interrupt whatever fire it is that they're fighting for that week or that day. And a lot of small business owners simply have not been exposed to the tactics that large businesses use to coordinate so much workflow and so many employees. Recurring meetings reduces your reactivity and shifts your culture towards proactivity. Without recurring meetings to guide your workflow, facilitate speedy decision-making, and force action on the things that will truly move the needle, your week becomes hijacked by whatever fire seems to be burning at the time. The important items for long-term progress get pushed to the next week and the next week, and then they might even be forgotten about entirely. If you want your business to stay small, do not schedule recurring meetings. If you want your business to scale, set recurring meetings. Shift your focus away from reactivity and towards proactivity. Shift away from fighting fires and work towards preventing fires from happening in the first place. The third reason why small businesses stay small is shiny object syndrome. There are 2 types of shiny object syndrome to address. The first is shiny object syndrome within your company, and the second is shiny object syndrome with your founder or CEO. First, Shiny object syndrome of your small business. Small businesses have this horrible habit of trying to expand their lines of business before they've truly mastered their primary product or service. So repeat after me. The riches are in the niches. The riches are in the niches. Because if you are a small company, you have very limited marketing dollars and also limited full-time employees. Niche down and attack your niche with everything you have. This is not a divide and conquer game. This is a full-on frontal attack. Become the inarguable market leader for that one product or that one service in that one niche, in that one market, before you go on and add other products, services, or focuses. One of my favorite quotes from Alex Hormozi is, "You will fail until you succeed, but you will fail for much longer if you keep changing who you market to, because you must start over from the beginning each time." If you want your small business to stay small, run after every shiny object that comes your way. If you want to scale, fully commit to your niche. And second, let's discuss shiny object syndrome of your CEO. And this segment will probably make me very unpopular among a lot of founder CEOs. There is a reason that large companies and small companies that are rapidly scaling have a CEO who is solely focused on working in that one company. You don't see the CEO of McDonald's or the CEO of Airbnb working in multiple companies, but you see that all the time. Small business owner, founder, CEO positions. Multiple ventures, lots of deals, starting new small businesses, which can be fine depending on the goal. But if your goal is massive value, creation of massive value, a singular focus on one right opportunity and seeing it through is what differentiates the what ifs from the I dids. My question for small business owners and for small business CEOs is to pay attention to your shower thoughts. What are you thinking about when you're going about your day and not actively working? If you're responsible for 2 or more companies, your shower thoughts are divided amongst them. A CEO is always working, even in times of rest. Random thoughts, random breakthroughs, random questions come to mind about the company that's under their control. Your small business is at an extreme disadvantage if your CEO is not solely focused on working in your company. You will not grow as quickly as you can, and you will always be smaller than your potential. Period. If you want to stay small, let your CEO's shiny object syndrome roam freely. If you want to scale, hire a CEO who is properly incentivized to solely focus on the company. I'm not saying that large corporations do everything right, but there's no denying they are robust machines that have successfully scaled and reliably churn out multi-billion dollars in value. To grow quickly, small businesses can take some learnings from large corporations. If you want your business to stay small, make sure that you make all the decisions, you never set recurring meetings, and you chase after every shiny object and every opportunity that happens to come your way. If you want to scale and grow your business, make decisions at the lowest competent level. Set recurring meetings so that you can shift towards proactivity and away from reactivity, and fight the urge to chase those damn shiny objects.